Welcome back to the Creighton Bluejays Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 26. Last time out, your Creighton Bluejays were unsuccessful in the game debut here in the Dynasty, but Week 1 is behind us. And now, here in Week 2, we play possibly the biggest game already here in the Dynasty as we head up the road to take on Big Brother here in college football, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, in our first rivalry game in the Dynasty. We said in the first episode of this Dynasty, our big goal is to be able to make it to the Big Ten and compete with teams like Nebraska, Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, and much more. We want to compete with the big dogs, and here early on in the series, we are going to see how Coach Gary Jennings and the Creighton Bluejays stack up with this Year 1 roster against the Year 1 roster of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Will we be able to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers and put up a good fight? It is time for the big game. Nebraska won the coin toss and deferred as we are underway here in this game. And I apologize if my voice is still a little bit raspy. I'm still a little bit shaken up. But we are going to work through this as DeAndre Waters gets this ball out to the 26-yard line. And out comes the offense led by junior quarterback Aiden Wilson. We'll see what the offense can come out and do here in this game as Wilson fires to the left, gets it to the fullback Gregory, and he's only going to pick up a yard. Great open field tackle by the defensive back for Nebraska. Creighton's got to do a lot. They've got to be able to make some quick plays. Well, we've got some movement up front here, and that's going to go against the Cornhuskers. Aiden Wilson able to get them jumping, and that's going to give Creighton a free 5 yards right there. Those are the type of plays we need to be able to make if we're going to win this game. 2nd and 4 now at the 32. And it's a handoff to Bobby Mims. And he's got blocking up the field. And Bobby Mims with a huge run down to the Nebraska 20-yard line. Number 7 is going to have to make a lot of big plays today if the Blue Jays are going to come up with this victory. And that is a big one. Phenomenal blocking up front. You see Day and Akers getting nice blocks up the field on the defensive backs. And Bobby Mims just showing off his speed to get that first down. Beautiful play right there. First down now is Aiden Wilson looking, tries to fire. That's Kyler Day. He can't come up with the catch. And it'll bring up 2nd down at the 20-yard line. 2nd down unsuccessful, brings up 3rd and 10, and the Nebraska faithful going crazy. Wilson fires at the feet of Mason Akers, and it is incomplete. Great job right there by the Nebraska defense, able to get enough pressure. Field goal unit on the field now for Creighton, and it is right down the middle, and the Blue Jays are on the board first. That is exactly how Creighton and Gary Jennings wanted to start out this ball game. And now out comes Dylan Riola and this Nebraska offense. We're going to see if the defense is able to keep up with this offense here today. 1st and 10 now. Receiver goes in motion. And it's going to be some play action. Riola fires to the tight end. He has him open over the middle. And he cuts to the outside, and down goes the tight end. And not before a 33-yard gain, though, as Marquise-Town Sprints could not keep up in coverage. Already in Creighton territory as there's a run for Emmett Johnson, and he'll only pick up a yard. Good job there filling the gaps by the Creighton defense. Holding penalty backed them up. It is now 2nd and 19. And we've got a running back screen, and that is Towns Prince making the play once again on Emmett Johnson. Now we've got 3rd and 17. What's going to happen right here? Dylan Riola in the shotgun, looking to throw. has a lot of time. And now he's going to fire down the seam, and he's got his man. You've got to be kidding me. That is Ja'Cory Barney Jr. going over the middle, and what a beautiful catch he had to make. You see, he was all the way on the outside here on this play. They were in zone defense. Rico Flowers passing him off to Carpenter, and Carpenter just couldn't get over there in time. And he did drop the ball, but he was already down. He had already made the football moves to be able to secure the first down. Play action, Riola out to the tight end once again, but this time Carpenter is there to make the play. Only a 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9 now coming from the Creighton 15-yard line. Handoff, Johnson tries to go to the outside. Not going anywhere. That is Tyler Andrews making the play. The nice outside linebacker there. And it's 3rd and 10. Can Creighton get off the field here and get a big stop? Johnson motions to the right. Now Riola looking to throw. Has nobody open. Great coverage down the field. He just has to drop it off in the flat. And there's a great open field tackle by Rico Flowers. And Nebraska will have to settle for a field goal now. That's a great stop there by the Creighton defense. They gave up a lot of yards on that drive, but they were able to not break. They bended, but they did not break. And the field goal is good for the Cornhuskers. We are tied at 3. And a solid start here by both teams here in this game. Now we've got a handoff. Bobby Mims once again finding room. He'll pick up 5 yards. Already 53 carries on 2 attempts. 53 yards. Holding penalty brought them back. 2nd and 15 now. Aiden Wilson looking to throw. Has Corey Collins over the middle. And that's a nice catch to bring up a more manageable 3rd down now. 3rd and 6 coming up. What is the game plan here for Aiden Wilson? Going to change the play at the line here. And he's going to hand it off to Bobby Mims, and not enough blocking as they only pick up a yard there on 3rd down, and it's 4th and 5, and the punt unit will come out on the field for Creighton. That's going to be a 3 and out for the Blue Jays, not the way they wanted to start out this game here on that 2nd drive. And it's going to have, we're going to have a fair catch at the 37-yard line for Nebraska. 2nd and 8 coming up here for Dylan Riola and the offense. It's going to be dropped back. Riola looking to throw. Has his man over the middle. Flag down, though. It's a big gain for number 87. But unfortunately for the Cornhuskers, it will be coming back. We've got holding on the offense. Now we'll back him up to a 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18 now for Dylan Riola and the offense. And he's going for another halfback screen. Emmett Johnson on the outside as a lot of Creighton Blue Jays swarm to the football. And it's 3rd and 11. Can the defense get off the field here on 3rd down? Noah Copeland trying to make sure everybody's in position. We've got another screen. Copeland gets hit on the ground. Emmett Johnson, however, can't break the tackle of Antoine Carpenter. And that's going to be another punt. However, Dylan Riola is 7 of 7 for 87 yards. The pass defense getting a little bit shredded right now. But the punt comes out here. And this is DeAndre Waters looking for a nice return, but he's not going much of anywhere. Only gets out to the 21. 2nd down here. And we've got a toss out. This is to Peppers. Flag down. He won't get much anyway. But it's going to be another penalty on this offensive line. We had problems with this last week. And now it's going to be a legal block in the back on Ogletree. And it'll back him up to a 2nd and 20. 5 wide for Wilson. What's he looking for here? He gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And now we have a big 3rd and long. And this is not where we want to be in this type of game. Dropping back, Wilson. They send the blitz. They got the screen to Corey Collins. And here's Corey Collins down the field on the wide receiver screen. You've got to be kidding me. A phenomenal play call for head coach Gary Jennings and the offense. Nebraska brought the defensive backs on a blitz, and this is the perfect play call to counter it. They brought the blitz, especially on the side that the screen was on, and there was just not enough bodies, and Corey Collins able to burst down the field for the big 1st down. That was a huge play. Next play now, handoff. Bobby Mims up the middle, picking up another 1st down on the run. I got to tell you, Creighton's looking pretty good right now on offense. First down at the 39 in Nebraska territory. Throwing this one down the field. No! The commentator cursed. It's intercepted by Nebraska, and the Cornhuskers are going to take this one all the way for a pick six. Unbelievable. Malcolm Martzog Jr., I hope I said his name right, with a big pick six. And just like that, Nebraska has taken the lead here in this game. Just not enough air on this football by Aiden Wilson. He tried to get this one to Corey Collins, and number 7 just able to uncover it. Kyler Day got bodied by that receiver, and our offensive lineman just not fast enough. Didn't take the right angle. Touchdown Nebraska, and they've got the lead here in this rivalry game. It's now 10-3 to start the second quarter. As now Aiden Wilson looks to throw. Oh my goodness, that was just a terrible throw. I think he's a little bit shaken up now after that pick six he just threw. We got to get him back into the rhythm here. Third down, handoff, and Bobby Mims able to slip the tackle and pick up a first down. 6 carries, 81 yards for the junior running back. Of course, as we know, we are still without Morgan Hudson in this game. Oh my goodness, that is just a terrible throw by Wilson. He is just 3 of 11 to start this game. 3rd and 14 now. Wilson looking to throw, and once again misses a running back out of the backfield. Now 3 of 12. 2 horrendous throws by Aiden Wilson here in this game. 3 of 12 start. This is not the way we needed to start this game. Nebraska will take over at the 32-yard line here, and the defense, they've got to find a stop right now. They're trying their best to keep us in the game, and here's Emmett Johnson on a run, tackled by Noah Copeland, but not before he picks up 9 yards on the play. Defense doing whatever they can right now to keep this game close, as the offense has started to struggle a little bit, especially through the air. They have not gotten anything going through the air. We have not called Mason Akers' name all day for a catch, as we have a big run here for Emmett Johnson, but unfortunately it will be coming back as Nebraska has a block in the back. Now they will receive a first down from where the penalty was. They just won't get all the yardage that they have, but they are still in Creighton territory after the penalty. Handoff, Emmett Johnson to the outside. Noah Copeland once again making a big play on second down. Injury for Nebraska, but this will bring up a 3rd and 13. Riola with the 5-wide set, dropping back to throw, looking for somebody to throw to. Has his man, and he's going to be taken down. That is Jamari Taylor on the play, and it's a nice stop for Creighton once again. The defense doing everything they can to keep us in the football game. Punt now by Nebraska. This looks like a solid punt here. It'll go out of bounds inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. 3rd and 5 a couple of plays later for Aiden Wilson in the offense. Wilson fires, and Kyler Day can't hold on to the football, and it's going to be a 3 and out. Not much happened on 1st and 2nd down, and you saw there on 3rd down, nothing going for the offense. York with another punt here today. He's been very busy here in this game. Almost a slick tackle there, and solid field position at the 47-yard line. Dylan Riola in the offense, back out there looking to make some names here. Throwing the ball, has his man down the field over the middle. It's a first down. Riola, 9 of 10, just shredding the defense here today. 2nd down, 2nd and 4 specifically. Riola looking to fire, has the tight end on the outside. Carpenter can't get there, and it's a big first down yet again. Mac Markway making a huge play, making it 1st and goal for the Cornhuskers. Creighton defense in a little bit of trouble here. Handoff, Riola, Emmett Johnson able to sneak into the end zone, and Nebraska's going to open up this lead to a 2-score game. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And we are starting to see the talent gap in this game starting to show. Ever since the pick six, it's really been all Nebraska in this ball game. The return here by DeAndre Waters, trying to find some type of lane, but there's just nothing there. And right now, Nebraska all over the Blue Jays. Creighton's got to find a way to get back in this game. We knew there was a big talent gap, but right now, this is just embarrassing. Aiden Wilson is still your quarterback, and he's going down for the sack. It is Elijah Judy, the big defensive tackle, getting in the backfield, and things are now starting to look abysmal here for Creighton. And Bobby Mims, and there's a nice hole up the middle, getting most of that yardage back from a 2nd and 17. It's now a 3rd and 4, 94 rush yards on the day for Bobby Mims. 3rd down now, handoff. Mims has another gap up the middle. He's going to cross 100 here in the first half. It's another 1st down, and the Blue Jays offense going to hurry back to the line here. Aiden Wilson, you see that snowflake near his name. He's cold, and he's going down for another sack. Marquez Watson-Trent on the blitz there. Just nothing going Creighton's way here in this 2nd quarter. Now Wilson's going to try to run, but he's taken down again. Another sack for Nebraska as our offensive lineman goes down for Creighton. We've got 3rd and 24. Wilson, he's going to fire down the seam, and Moore's going to come down with the ball. We've got a flag, and it's going to go on Creighton for holding. It's going to be a holding on Blossom game here. And Nebraska, they're going to decline the penalty because we did not get the yardage needed. And the offense is going to stay on the field. 4th and 6 at the 40-yard line. Wilson, he's going to fire over the middle, and Kyler Day will pick up the 1st down. Sorry there for coughing in the headset, but a big 1st down nonetheless. And we've got a 1st down here, and it's going to be a pass out to Waters in the flat. That's a big 1st down. And finally, this offense trying to find a little bit of rhythm here. And now, oh my goodness, well, as soon as we said that, there goes another sack. Elijah Judy gets his 2nd of the drive. 2nd and 19, just before the 2-minute warning. Firing this one down the field, and it's intercepted yet again. Just nothing going right for the Blue Jays today. The 2nd interception from Matt Zogg Jr., and Dylan Riola and the offense are back in business. And it's a handoff. Great tackle there by Jordan Jackson, the defensive end. Bringing up 3rd and 2. What can the defense do right now? I mean, you've got to try your best to make sure they don't get another score. It's a wide receiver bubble, and West couldn't make the tackle. Nobody else is there. It's going to be another touchdown. Nebraska just all over Creighton in this ball game. It's now 24-3 as they would make the extra point. Creighton right now is getting slaughtered. Pass out to Corey Collins. He'll pick up 5 yards. And if you're Creighton, you just got to try to get something on the board here. You haven't scored ever since your first drive, the first drive of the game. Throwing. Collins makes another nice catch. He's had himself a pretty good evening here today. But it won't matter if the Blue Jays cannot find a way to get back in this game. Looking to throw has Ferguson, the tight end, flagged down on the field. And unfortunately, that catch won't mean Jack Diddley squat. It's a hold once again on the Blue Jays offensive line. The problems continue with the O-line. 1st and 20 now. New running back in the backfield. And finally, there's the first catch of the day for Mason Akers. It took until 45 seconds in the first half to make his name called. 3rd down now as this is a running back screen. This is Randy Kelly getting some playing time here early. And it's a 1st down, timeout, Blue Jays. Trying to make something happen. Here is Creighton dropping back. Mason Akers makes the grab. He'll get out of bounds after a gain of 8. As number 1's trying to make something happen for his football team right here, right now. 3rd and 2 coming up here. As Creighton, Aiden Wilson gets it to Mason Akers, slips 1 tackle, and is finally taken down. And it's another 1st down for the Blue Jays. Play action now. Aiden Wilson looking to throw. Fires down the field for Kyler, and he can't get him. Kyler Day incomplete. Couldn't get the football. And a couple of plays later, we will settle for the field goal here. The kicker gets bodied. The field goal is missed. But because the Nebraska player ran into the kicker, it is going to be a penalty that will not count. And we will get an easier kick here before halftime. The Nebraska fans can't believe it, but it is what it is. And Creighton, once again, head coach Gary Jennings keeps his field goal unit out on the field. And this time the kick is up, and it is good. And that is going to be halftime, ladies and gentlemen. 24-6 lead for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's really been all Nebraska in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since Creighton scored on that first drive, the Blue Jays have really done nothing. And Nebraska's offense has almost been unstoppable in this game. We are seeing the talent gap that we are currently at right now, and we are currently seeing what it's going to take to be able to reach that talent gap, to be able to close that talent gap. Nebraska gets the ball to start the second half, and hopefully we can do pretty much anything to get back in this game. And there's a nice play there by the big man, Malachi English, able to stop that jet sweep. A loss of 3 on that play. More 5 wide for Dylan Riola in the offense with Savage. And I don't remember who the other guy is over there. And it doesn't matter who the pass rushers were because that man's wide open over the middle. Big first down. This was Savage and Townsend as the pass rushers on that play. Now we have Jackson and Garland in the game now. Handoff, Emmett Johnson up the middle. Not going for much. They'll pick up 4 yards after a penalty. Drop them back to 1st and 14. Back to the original line of scrimmage they go here. 2nd and 10 coming up now for Nebraska. Dylan Riola hands off. Emmett Johnson finds a gap, tries to spin upfield. Marquise Towns Prince able to bring him down. Just 25 rushing yards for Emmett Johnson at the moment. 3rd and 3. What are you going to do? Dylan Riola gets away from the pass rush and throws that one away. So that's a big stop for the Creighton defense. They're able to get off the field once again. The defense has done all they can in this game to try to keep this one close. The offense has just not helped them at all, specifically the pass offense. DeAndre Waters on the return looking for some room here. Gets out to the 25. And let's see what Aiden Wilson in the offense can do. Aiden Wilson still in the game at quarterback. And he's going to hand this one off, and Mims has nowhere to go. Losing 3 on the play. Javen Wright making the play, the senior linebacker. 2nd and 13 now. Throwing. He has Mason Akers over the middle. We'll get down to a 3rd and 4. As you can see, the previous game, 6 of 112. Only 4 catches for 35 yards today for number 1. 3rd down. Throwing. Has Mims, but he can't hold on to the ball. 4th down, and out comes the punting unit once again. Nebraska's got the ball back, and we're going to see if they are able to make another play. Handoff to Emmett Johnson, slips at 1 tackle, but then gets taken down by Rico Flowers and Kendall West. 2nd and 9 coming up. Dylan Riola has another halfback screen, and everybody's getting blocked outside. Rico Flowers can't make the play. Noah Copeland has to finish the job. But a big first down catch for Emmett Johnson on the screen. They've run a lot of those here today. 1st and 10 now for Riola and the offense. We've got option, and great job there by Wasevich. Drake Wasevich making a play on the option, able to stay home and take down Dylan Riola. 3rd down coming up here for Nebraska. What's the game plan? Over the middle, has the tight end. Another first down. I believe this defense is starting to get worn down. They've been on the field almost all game, and now they're starting to get fatigued here. Riola looking, gets away from one. Now fires this one down the field. Oh, my goodness, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Nebraska, as Carpenter just got mossed. He just got bodied in front of everybody. This is just an embarrassment for the Creighton Bluejays. The mascot's having fun. The crowd is laughing. Dane Key making a beautiful play down the field. I mean, what a throw by Dylan Riola, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, can you believe that? And it's just, oh my goodness, you can just see Carpenter just getting embarrassed in the end zone. Did you just see that stat line for Dylan Riola? It's now 31-6. I don't know. I just don't know if we can really commentate this right now. I don't know if I want to be here anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Third down coming up here for Aiden Wilson in the offense. And he'll get this one out to Corey Collins. Another catch for number 18 here today. He's had himself a solid game. But like I said, it doesn't matter if we're out here getting bodied like we are right now. Throwing, and Mason Akers makes the catch. Gets it to a 3rd and 3. What's the game plan now? Third down. Aiden Wilson looking to throw. Just has nobody to throw to. The talent gap is real, ladies and gentlemen. And a punt comes for the Blue Jays. Fourth quarter now as some of the backups have been sprinkled into the game here. Emmett Johnson on the toss, and he might be taking this one to the house. Jamari Taylor giving chase, able to bring him down. But now 95 rushing yards after that big run there. As we said, some backups have been sprinkled into the game, ladies and gentlemen. This game is over, and head coach Gary Jennings said might as well give some of these players some time. That pass is broken up by Jamari Taylor. He's not playing some outside corner, because that could be his role next year. Riola looking to throw. Has a man wide open. Touchdown, Nebraska. Just more points for the Cornhuskers. It is now 38-6. Backup quarterback Patrick Mullins is now in the game. Handoff to Randy Kelly, and he'll get the first down, but it won't matter because of the offensive line woes yet again. Holding when the man is already clearly past you. Craig Blossom game, I don't understand that one. Well, that first down run doesn't count. We have 1st and 16. Mullins fires, has Kelly, and he'll only pick up 2. Aiden Wilson and most of the offensive starters out of the game. The starting offensive line, however, is still out there because coach says they need the reps. Throwing, and that's a nice throw by Patrick Mullins and a nice catch by L.J. Young Jr. He's one of our primary returners along with DeAndre Waters. Mullins now once again has Young Jr., and that's another nice gain. So the backups come in, and now they're starting to move the ball just a little bit. Now we've got a flag, and once again they get Nebraska to jump. So Mullins did exactly what Aiden Wilson did earlier on in the game. As we're seeing the backups, we're seeing who could possibly contribute for the team. Here's Johnson on the catch. Johnson making a nice play, able to slip a tackle down to the 20-yard line. Parker Mullins, excuse me, I thought it was Patrick. That is completely my fault. I really should look at my name sheet a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen. Now throwing to the end zone, incomplete. Flag down on the field, and once again, it's another holding call on the offensive line. These offensive line woes, ladies and gentlemen. There might need to be some changes made along the O-line sooner rather than later. Mullins fires down the field, incomplete. Tried to get it to Price right there, one of the wide receivers that are a little bit lower on the depth chart. 4th down now. And Mullins and the offense are still on the field. Why not? Might as well go for it on 4th down. And Mullins fires. It's more up the seam. He's got a touchdown. And finally the Blue Jays are in the end zone. It took the backups getting in the game to finally get into the end zone. But that was a little nice solid drive there by Parker Mullins, the backup quarterback. And that was a better drive than we really seen all game from Aiden Wilson. And a drive like that could see a lot of people, including you viewers out there, possibly clamoring for a quarterback change. 38-13 now. Noah Copeland makes another nice play. This has been a way better game than he gave us last week. 3rd and 7 coming up for Riola in the offense. Dylan Riola looking to throw. Has his man, and that's going to be a first down. Got just enough of a block from Barney Jr. 22 of 26, 354 through the air. It's been a great day for Dylan Riola. Handoff, Emmett Johnson gets the head off it. Oh my goodness. He's gone. There's nobody there. Noah Copeland's trying. It won't matter. Touchdown, Nebraska. They got more points on the board. 45-13 now. And now we're just waiting for this clock to run all the way out so we can get out of here. This is going to be a huge loss for the offense here today, as Creighton will fall to 0-2 after this one, just getting slaughtered by the Nebraska Cornhuskers. You can see the talent gap that we're dealing with here early on in the Dynasty, but that's a nice run there by Randy Kelly. But you can see the talent gap, ladies and gentlemen, that I was talking about. You can see oh my goodness, an interception out for Nebraska. Sure, just give them more fuel for the fire. And that is going to wrap this one up. No need to show really any more plays. So now what is this play here for Nebraska? 1st and 15, a minute 15 left. Dylan Raiola is going to fire back to throw again. Oh my God! Touchdown Nebraska. Another one on the board. And now we will finally end this one. Nebraska is going to win this one 52-13 as they get the first win here in the rivalry series here in college football. You can see Dylan Raiola's stats right there. As I was talking about, though, oh my goodness, a dominating win for Nebraska here in the first matchup here in the Dynasty. Creighton, they stood no chance. We stood no chance in this game. As you can see the talent gap that we are already dealing with early in the Dynasty, we're going to have to do a lot to be able to compete with these guys. Now, I will admit my play calling was not the best in this game. I will admit that. I did not call the best plays. But with the way this game was going and with the talent gap that we had to deal with in this game, I wanted to try to get the ball out a lot quicker to see if we can get some guys in space and we can make some plays. And, well, clearly that just did not work for us in Nebraska. You saw, I mean, they were all over us on offense and on defense. Ever since that first drive, we couldn't much of do anything. And I wanted to get the ball more to Bobby Mims, but I thought that the Cornhuskers would pick up, that they would pick up on that trend, and then we would have to go to something else. So I tried to mix it up just a little bit. And clearly, well, my plan did not work. As we can see the stats here on the screen, just Nebraska having themselves a very, very, very good game here. As we will flip over to Creighton. Wait a minute, I kind of messed up right here. Wanted to show the passing stats first. Aiden Wilson, not another great game again. Just has not played well to start this season. And as I said, who knows? Creighton University, the students, the fan base, and hell, even you guys viewing the series, y'all might be starting to clamor for a quarterback change at some point if things just don't start going well with Aiden Wilson leading the charge on offense. Maybe he can get a little bit of a pass this week because, we faced a top-tier team, one of the mid-tier, top-tier teams in Nebraska, but that performance is not going to win us a lot of these games. So anyways, Creighton will fall to 0-2 on the season after a tough 52-13 loss to Nebraska. As you can see here, the school update. As you can see, a lot of players right now, they do not like what's going on. And it's really some of our star players, they might be looking to transfer if we can't turn this season around, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully we are able to get something turned around here during the season. As our next game, we will be back at home taking on the UMass Minutemen, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a little bit more of a level playing field. As we look at the conference standings to see how the conference is, right now we have a lot of 500 teams and a lot of teams that are under 500, including 4 0-2 teams, and that includes us. So right now we are kind of on the verge of where we want us to be, but this point differential, man, I mean, look at this nonsense, y'all. This has to get cleaned up, and this has to get cleaned up fast. We've only scored 33 points, and we've given up 74. It's not the most in the conference, but we are in the lower half. We need to be able to fix this. We talked about Morgan Hudson earlier. He's been out. He got injured in that Eastern Michigan game, and we're going to be missing him for about 5 more weeks, ladies and gentlemen, with that hamstring tear. We don't have our big power back. He is our main power back here in this season, and we don't have him on the field out there. So that means Bobby Mims is going to have to carry a little bit more of the load, and that's not what we want to do. But that's going to do it for this episode. A very, very tough loss. I don't even know what else to say about that game against Nebraska. I guess we tried. I don't know. Recruiting updates should be coming up soon here. Not before this next game against UMass, however, but we will get into a little bit of recruiting soon here in the Dynasty. We will show you a little bit of progress. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Creighton Bluejays. We'll see you guys next time. Take care and have a great day.